Hi guys, this next video is going to show you some exercises to help you strengthen your calf muscles. Having good strong calf muscles is really critical for any sports that require jumping and landing and multi-directional dynamic movement. And certainly if you've had repetitive ankle sprains, then you're more likely to have a weak calf. So this circuit will just show you 8 separate exercises that you can do one after the other. You can start with doing each exercise for 10 seconds each, and then you can progress your time as you get stronger and you develop more endurance. So here we go. So first exercise is just a very straightforward double leg calf raise. So both feet on the floor, you're going to spread those toes and you're just going to bend the knees very slightly and then lifting onto the toes and then lowering down. So very straightforward. But just to be sure that when you're doing this calf raise that we don't end up with this pattern. I very often see in clinic people who've had ankle problems end up losing that proprioception in the foot. So just make sure that you ground both big toe and little toe side of the foot into the floor and that we don't lose that nice position. So that's the first exercise. You can do that for 10 seconds and then we're going to move on to position 2. We're going to come into what we call a plie. So the feet are turning out to about 45 degrees. We're going to bend the knees, squeeze your bum, and then we're going to go up into another calf raise. But the same rules apply, and that we're going to make sure that the ankle travels forward, travels over the toes, so that we don't end up losing that good ankle position. So again, big toe, little toe side of the foot in contact with the floor at all times. Okay, so we're then going to come into a different position now, back to feet pointing straight ahead. Now we're going to bend the knees, we're going to lift up on the toes, we're then going to straighten the knees and we're going to lower down. So bend the knees, lift up onto the toes, straighten up and down. And this is more for the lower calf, the soleus muscle. Bend the knees, lift the heels, straighten the knees and then down. Okay, so that's your next exercise. And then we can reverse that. So the next 10 seconds we can lift onto the toes, bend the knees and then heels down, straighten up. Lift the heels, bend the knees, heels down and straighten up. One more time. Onto the toes, heels lift, bend the knees, heels down, and then straighten up. So the next exercise, we're going to change the foot position again. We're going to turn the right foot out to 45 degrees, and the left foot sort of moves behind. So the heels are in line together, but both feet are turned out. Another ballet position here. And we're then just going to perform another calf raise. And again, making sure that again, big toe and little toe side of the feet are engaged in the floor at all times. So lifting and lowering. So we can do half the time, 5 seconds that way, and then we can reverse it, swap feet, one left foot in front, right foot behind, and then again, lifting and then lowering. And it just works a slightly different part of the calf muscle with this slightly different foot position. Okay. And then we're going to just come back again to the centre. And then we're going to move on to a single leg. So onto the right leg. And then just some single leg calf raises. Again, making sure that the big toe, little toe side of the foot is in contact with the floor, that we're not coming out to the side. Making sure the hip is engaged as well. Up and down. And then we can change legs onto the other side. Lifting and lowering. Making sure that again the glute is engaged here as well. So we can do 10 seconds on each leg. And then going back to the opposite leg, we can do, as we've done before, with a double leg. We can bend the knee, we can lift, straighten and lower. Bend, lift, straighten, lower. And the other side as well. Bend, lift, straighten and lower, bend, lift, straighten and lower. Back to the leg again, and we're going to reverse it. Lift, bend, heel down, straighten. Lift, bend, heel down, straighten. Finally, same exercise, last one on this side. Lift, bend, heel lower, straighten. Lift, knee bend, heel lower, and then straighten. So your calf muscles will feel quite tired after doing that, mine do, but you can start with 10 seconds and you can build your time up with each one.